Hello, my name is Roger Hull. I'm co-founder of Avani, which is a cloud-based employee carbon footprint tracking platform. Something you should know about me is I love spending a majority of my time in the mountains. And something that I've learned about the mountains is just how fragile of an environment they are and how susceptible this environment is to climate change. And as I dug deeper into the issues of climate change, I realized that it's posing an unprecedented threat to humanity, causing rising tides that flood entire cities and forest fires that burn entire nations. And those left in the wake of these disasters lose everything. And in large part, they criticize corporations for the emissions that they release into the atmosphere. As an employee, I can attest to this. I eat meals with clients, I drive my car around the city, and occasionally I'll fly to a conference. And with 500 employees like me, 500 million employees in Western nations, we produce 2.25 billion tons of carbon dioxide, which is 5% of the annual global emissions. This is a huge problem. At this time, I was working at a company called Carbon Upcycling Technologies, which is a carbon capture company. And I was working with Apoorv Sinha, our CEO, and I was telling him about this problem, and he said, let's solve it together. So we put together a dream team of Apoorv, Maria, myself, and Bailey. Together, we have 6 years of software development experience, two Forbes 30 under 30 recipients, as well as 3 previous founders. The first discussion that we had was talking about how companies want to create a profit, they want to create innovative products and provide employment as well as improve the economy. They never wanted to hurt the environment. However, they're still facing the same problems in the business environment, such as their employees facing emissions guilt or experiencing worsening investor relations, as well as increasing customer resistance and loss of revenues. At the end of the day, their problem is fairly simple. That is, carbon footprint tracking is very difficult, expensive, and time-consuming to conduct. The solution to this is Avani, which is a cloud-based platform that utilizes employee expense reports as a source of data to calculate an employee's carbon footprint. It works in 3 simple steps. So first, the organization will input the employee's expense reports into Avani. Avani will then use this information to determine the employee's carbon footprint. The organization can also help their employee reduce their carbon footprint over time. And finally, the organization can purchase validated and customizable carbon offsets within our platform. What this means is that organizations can track their employees' carbon footprint in just 30 seconds for their entire organization. Here's a little view of what that looks like. So first, we import the data. The data flows right into Avani. At this point, you can see the carbon footprint automatically processed. You can help your employees reduce their impact, and you can purchase carbon offsets to offset any carbon that can't be reduced. The carbon offset projects that we've chosen to be within this platform are donating fuel-efficient cook stoves to women in Northern Africa, reducing the amount of wood that they burn, the CO2 that they release, as well as the effects of lung cancer in their communities. We also donate to build solar panel projects in India, providing energy to communities that didn't have energy before, and planting trees around the world. As you can see, these projects provide many social benefits in addition to fighting climate change. When we showed this product to some of our early adopters, they noted that employees want to work for companies that are acting in a socially responsible manner, and that the platform is easy enough to use and simple enough to use for an organization to adopt almost immediately. These early adopters have over 500 employees. They care about the environment and they produce lots of CO2. They're probably a professional services firm, like an auditor or a consulting firm, but they cannot afford green consultants themselves who charge thousands of dollars every single month to compute this calculation. So we spoke to these employers and we asked them what would make this a reasonable solution. And they said it has to cost less than $10 per employee per month, and it has to take less than 10 minutes per employee to calculate their carbon footprint. When we looked at the competitive landscape, we noticed a large white space with these criteria. Nothing was affordable enough and nothing was efficient enough. So we decided to fill that white space. To do this, we charge the employer $3 per employee per month for carbon footprint tracking services and a 2% service fee on each carbon offset that they purchase. What this means for organizations is that they gain the tools that they need to create their desired impact, improving employee morale and making a tangible difference in the world that can be celebrated. What this means for Avani is that we can acquire a company that has 500 companies with just, or 500 employees with just $2,000, And from that, we'll earn monthly recurring revenue of $2,500. With a 5% churn rate, this means our customer lifetime value is $48,000 per company. We've had some fantastic traction so far. So we started a pilot project with AgroSystems, Dokyo, and we just finished one with Carbon Upcycling Technologies. And we've also recently signed a letter of intent with a company that has 5,000 employees, would offset 30,000 tons of CO2, and can provide us with $200,000 of annual recurring revenue. We've had many other conversations with very interested potential clients and partners, many of whom have over 5,000 employees, and again would provide us with $200,000 or more every single year. And the market is growing rapidly. In 2019, the green consultant market was worth $8.7 billion, and it's projected to grow to $29 billion by the year 2024. What's fascinating about this is that with 43 billion carbon offsets purchased every single year, 13% of these carbon offsets are purchased by our target market, meaning that once we enable these companies to create their desired impact, who knows how large the opportunity could become. But I would be lying if I said we weren't affected adversely by the pandemic. Employers are looking to keep their employees employed before they look at offsetting any of their clients' carbon footprint. So to battle this, we have positioned ourselves for after the pandemic, and that's how we've pivoted. We've begun working with different channel partnership companies who would look to sell Avani on our behalf to their clients. We've secured 2 of these partnerships already. In the case of Dokyo, Dokyo is looking to sell Avani to their marketing clients so that they can market and create marketing campaigns for their clients based on their clients' improved environmental impact. So with these new partnerships, we presume that we can gain 100 paying clients, offset 10,000 tons of carbon, and earn $1.8 million in revenue this year. And we're looking, as a company, our mission is to offset 1 million tons of carbon every single year by the year 2022. So with this traction and the software we've built in just the past 6 months, I implore you to choose our team to move to the final round and do everything that you can in your power to stop climate change. Thank you.